a gift from creation, is that the syrup used to just flow from the trees. And of course, everything was already in its sort of perfect harmony before Anishinaabe, that first being, touched down so gently amongst the blades of grass. And as the story goes, the human people, the first peoples, became, and I could appreciate this, it was just dripping from the tree. They became really engaged with just drinking it and drinking it and drinking it. And they forgot about their original instructions, as the story goes. So they weren't stoking their fires, they weren't practicing their ceremonies, they weren't putting down the tobacco, they weren't even growing the tobacco, they weren't watching their kids or taking care of the elders, all that stuff. And so Nana Bojo comes around and is quite concerned. I've heard some versions of the story where Creator himself came through and was like, what? This is just not how it should be. And so a whole lot of water. And I've heard some stories where the maple and the birch are given their names in this story because the birch tree had its bark peeled off to make the first birch baskets to collect the water from the river and fill the maples with water to water down the syrup. And then the Anishinaabe peoples the first peoples would have to work together to collect that sap and boil it and boil it and boil it and have that whole process to bring it back down to more than syrup, to the sugar.